All right, man, thanks for hanging out with us on Overdrive and
Thank you.
taking the time out. Just wanted to, sort of ask a lame question, but ask you to sort of introduce yourself and tell us about your new album.
To the camera or to you?
To me.
Okay. I'm Drake Bell, and my new record's called album is called It's Only Time. It comes out December 5th. And, it's very Beatles influence and Queen and the Beach Boys. And it's, very upbeat and positive, and it's really musical. It's really dense musically. So. Well,
people are saying that it sounds like it's something could have come off Rubber Soul.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite comments. Is that I was talking to an interviewer, and he had said, the single sounds like it could have been on Rubber Soul, and I was like, wow, really don't tell me that, because that's
yeah. How big did your head get
at that
point?
Really. But no, a lot of people have been saying the same thing. Like, when they hear it, they'll be like, wow, you must listen to ELO, or you must listen to the Beach Boys. And it's all like great feedback, so it's pretty cool.
Did you kind of go into the project with that in mind, or is that like just a happy coincidence?
Like sounding like that? I mean, that's just kind of the way I write. Those are all my favorite bands and all that, so it's kind of, that's just what comes out, It's just...
Now, you've been in sort of the showbiz world for a while. I know you've been playing guitar since you're like 13. Mm-hmm. Where did that jump from doing TV and film kind of come to where did the inspiration come from to do a record? Or two records, I mean.
Well, I just started playing guitar and, writing songs when I was about 12, 13, and it just became a huge passion. So, like, instantly then it was, okay, well, now I want to put out a record. I want to, so when I was, like, younger, putting the bands together and everything and trying see what works, see what doesn't work. And then, but when I really got into songwriting, it completely changed. It was, because at first I was just trying to become that shredder guitar player, and but after that it was really just concentrating on, like, the construction of a song and all that bit. So
and how's that different from sitting down and focusing on a script?
Yeah, it's like it's really different. The script is somebody else's word. Like, actors, you can put your spin on. You do your thing with it, but it's not really yours, and it's not really out of your mind. It's not your soul. It's not music. Like when you wake up in the morning, you don't go, oh, I'm happy. Let me find a script that I can go act happy for. It's like, no, you get up and you grab your guitar and you write a song. If you're feeling down, you go sit at your piano and you write a song about it. You don't go, oh, I want to go be in a dramatic role right now because the way I feel. You know what I mean? It's just much more personal and real.
Well, we've talked to a lot of artists just about their writing process.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, hole themselves up in like a basement. Some people are given like a, $1 million house to just write in. What's your sort of writing process, or what's your kind of hub? Like, where do you go to write?
Well, we write a lot in the studio, and I have a studio back in LA, and it's just very, it's hanging out with your friends and writing tunes, and in my apartment, in my living room, those are the two places, because the studio has the two pianos and everything, and it's really mellow. It's really like nothing too crazy going on. It's all, if you ever come into like a recording session, it's going to be like this, like we're just hanging out, talking, just playing music and writing songs and recording, and it's all just like, it's really just like hanging out,
Now, film and TV and music are sort of professions where you get a lot of fans. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the difference between the sort of TV fans and the music fans? Do you feel a little bit maybe closer to the music fans because they are?
Well, it's kind of crossing over, it's like the music fans are the TV fans and the TV fans are the music fans, but it's really cool because a lot of the fan mail and all that, instead of the first line saying, oh, your show's great, we love you, blah, blah, it's like, when did you start playing guitar? I started playing guitar because of you, and like, oh, I'm writing songs now too, and it always starts with the music, so it's like really cool to see, like, that's what's grabbing the young audience, it's like the music, it's not just the two funny brothers,
Exactly. Any crazy fan stories? I heard you getting mistaken for others, singing celebrities.
Okay, I got one. So I'm going up the escalator at the Beverly Center Mall in LA, and I'm just going up, and this girl goes, Mom, that's him. So I'm going, okay, well, Drake and Josh, whatever. So she's like, excuse me, can I get your autograph? So I'm like, sure. So I go down the escalator, and I walk up to her, and she's like, oh, all I have is this $1 bill. Can you just sign this? I'm like, sure. So before I go to sign it, the mom goes, so Jesse, are you gonna be what are you doing now? Music or acting or? And I go, oh, you guys think I'm Jesse McCartney? I was like, so I didn't say anything, right? And I just said, no, I'm just working on music right now. They're like, Jesse, oh my gosh, that's so great. She has you all over her room. She loves you.
You just roll with it.
Oh, I totally roll. I signed the dollar, Jesse McCartney. So that was pretty funny.
Nice. So what if she like watches this or hears this story again and she's gonna be completely
well,
crushed?
She must have walked away. I mean, maybe the haircut, but I mean, it's like he's blonde, light. I don't see it, but wow. And if she was that big of a fan, that she would think I was Jesse. That's weird.
You have a bit of a tie to Fifi Dobson, who's Canadian.
Yeah,
in the
we were
video.
just talking about her a minute ago. That's so weird.
Big Canadian, superstar, whatever. You were in her video. Tell us a little bit about the process of that.
It was really great because I'd worked with Rainbows and Vampires, who are the directors who directed the video. They did a bunch of really cool stuff. The Strokes videos and the Hey Mama video for Black Eyed Peas, which I really loved. And they were doing some Nickelodeon promos, and we just clicked. Like, we just loved each other. We're like, man, we really like working together. And Fifi was trying to find a boy, like some love interest for her video, and everybody that came in, were like the Abercrombie, like, hey, look at me. And she was just like, no, I want like a rock and roll guy, like this, And they said, hey, what if we call in this Drake Bell kid? And she didn't know who I was or anything. And later on, she actually told me that she went online and looked me up and was like, oh, please don't get that kid from that Nickelodeon show. Like, that is not what I want it to be real, like rock and roll, and it's gonna be all kidsy with him in it. And then I get there, and it's like instantly we hit it off, and she's like, oh man. So we hung out. We became actually really good friends, and it was a lot of fun working on that. It was the first time being in a music video. Got to come out, hang out in New York, and do the whole bit.
Hang out at CBGB's.
Yeah, we got to go shoot in CBGB, which was awesome.
They
actually got to play on. Yeah, they shut it down. Yeah, they're moving it to Vegas or something like that. But I got to play on the same stage as all the greats and everything, so it was pretty cool.
Awesome. Did you learn anything from that experience, just about making videos or anything that you took with you?
It was just the same as shooting my video. It's like. There's a lot that gets done in 2 days. You don't realize, like, wow, you go from this location to this location to here to, like, all in one day, and listening to the same song over and over and over again but it helped me when I went to do my video, because it's like I've been there, done that.
You kind of secretly had done one before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your character, I guess, in the video. Big record collector, big record fan, some record stores. Do you actually collect vinyl, or are you a fan of that sort of
totally. I have, I actually have more vinyl than I have CDs, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I grew up just, I don't know, I just love the way they sounded, and they were so much fun, the big album artwork, and they'd usually come with like a poster inside or something, and so I was just, I'm definitely much more of a vinyl guy.
Nice. Any particular favorites that stand out?
I have all the Beatles vinyl, so that's. But my favorite is going to finding the obscure stuff, like the little sound effects records, or the records of like Walter Wanderley, like organized, and it's just like all this crazy like organ music. You listen to it like at a cocktail party in the 50s. It's like that's what I really love finding.
There's a lot of really good places in Toronto, actually, if you still have time to go. Yeah, they just have like bins and bins of that.
That's what I love, that stuff, man. I just go to store after store and just go crazy.
Cool. Is there any song, particular song on the album that you have like a really strong affinity towards? Maybe that helped you through a tough time, or you wrote it because of like an important moment in your life. Is there just one that really stands out to you that was really important?
"Falling for You" is really personal. It's like it's a fun, upbeat, happy song, but still, it's definitely like the entire course of a relationship I was in and everything, and kind of, it's very personal.
Nice. Do you have a favorite live show? Like, I know you're inspired by a lot of older bands, Floyd's and maybe ELO and that,
yeah.
But have you been to a concert that's really just like kicked your ass?
Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And to see him like on stage still at 62 singing the way he was when he was like 15, it's like, it's unbelievable. And the band is on fire, and they played a bunch of songs that that he doesn't really play live, like, you know, Three Legs and Too Many People, like off of Ram and stuff. And I couldn't even. I was blown away. Completely the whole time. I was like leaning over to my friend. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make it through this, like, because every single song, like, I just was like such a huge part of my life, you know. And here it is, the guy that wrote them sitting here singing it to me, like, it felt, you know. So that was probably the best concert. Before that, it was the White Stripes. That was the best, like, rock concert I've been to, and I've been to tons. But the White Stripes show that I saw at the El Rey blew my mind.
Yeah, they put on a really strong back to basics show.
Yep.
This might go back to vinyl and artwork, but we've been talking to a lot of bands and artists just about art. But how, you know, with MP3s and downloads and all that, sort of the artwork's sort of taken a back seat.
Yeah.
And there's a time with, you know, even with CDs and even with vinyl and tapes, I guess, you know, where you had that tactile feeling of cracking something open and smelling it and opening it and stuff like that.
That's what I tried to do.
Is that important?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I tried to do with this record, because, you know, and that's the thing is, you know, you could just go on and download or do whatever, but I wanted there to be more for, like, you know, because when you go and, like I said, you go get Sgt. Pepper, you go get something on vinyl, it's this great artwork, you know, you open it up, you fold it open, it's like all the lyrics, and it's like a big, it's like it's all part of it, not just the music, you know. And so for this record, I actually went in and really worked with this these awesome guys. Actually, the two directors for the video, one of them was a photographer and the other one designed it with me. And it's really cool. It's like I'm trying to think. It's like the Jetsons almost. It's kind of futuristic but retro. So how you know, like, things look futuristic, but instead it's like a tape machine, you know, instead of like digital and stuff. So it's really cool. We're in like a submarine lounge in one of them, and there's you know, like conveyor belt with me going into like this recording pod studio thing, and it's really cool and colorful and a lot of stuff going on like every page. So, and it comes with the DVD and all sorts of fun stuff. So don't download it, buy it.